everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something nice and autumnal because I am over summer nails now. Like, it's absolutely pouring with rain outside. I'm not even sad about it, to be honest with you. It's so cozy. I can hear it like pitter pattering and it just sounds lovely. So apologies to everyone who loves summer, but you know, you've had your time now. Like, we had an amazing summer. I suffered through the whole of it waiting for autumn. So, you know, it's my turn now. So I'm going to go in with a couple of autumnal colours. We're going to do a vertical ombre, like not the new illusion thing or anything. Right, can't remember 100% what I was just saying because I just had to have a phone call quickly between recording. So these are the colours I'm going in with, saffron and pumpkin pie, and they look like this. Very, very autumnal. Doesn't really get much more autumn than browns, does it really? Orangey browns. So I've got 3 nails, and I'm also going to be using a foil gel. And I did say gel, and I meant to say gel because we're going to be doing some foiled, what's it called? Stamping. That's what I'm on about. No, not foil stamping. We're going to be doing some foil with a normal foil gel, and then I'm going to be using this for some chrome. I've literally just decided that in the top of my head, so that's why I'm sounding confused. It's because I'm making it up as I go along, as per usual. I need to start planning things more. And we're going to do some stamped, what's it called? So I'm just trying to find the stamping plate that I want to use. You'd think I'd have already found that out as well by now, but obviously not. So it's like an autumnal, here it is. This is what I'm going to use. It's a Nicole Diary stamping plate, and this is what's on it. All these lovely images here. So I'm going to be using something like that. I think maybe these ones, they look really beautiful. So I'm going to do some actual foil and some chrome, basically. So first things first, we need to do the ombre on all of these nails. So I'm going to get, I'm not going to do all 3 on camera because it's literally pointless. So I'm going to get both my colours ready next to me. These are sort of like they're good coverage in 2 coats, but like they're not the most pigmented colours from Gel Perfection, basically, I'll put it that way. Well, actually saffron is quite, oh gosh. But the lighter one of the 2 is more like a jelly sort of colour. It's beautiful. It's not like as jelly as a jelly, but you know what I mean? Like, it's that sort of consistency. That's what I'm trying to say. Whereas this one's a bit more opaque. I'm just going to do this one on 1/2. And then once I'm happy with that, I will do the other half. I'm just going to first of all place the colour close to the other colour, but not actually touching it, because I want to get it on there before I go in and mix them together. So that's what it looks like at the minute. And then I'm going to get as much off this lighter brush as I can. You can also go in with like a different brush as well, but I'm just going to join them in the middle, like so. And we're just going to blend them together. Like that. And that's literally it. Make sure you clean off your lighter brush, obviously, because it is going to have the darker colour on it and you don't want to put that into your bottle. So I'm just going to wipe it off next to me. And then we're going to do that again, another twice. I'm not going to do the other 2 on camera, but I will do the second coat of the first nail for you. So this is that first nail. I've got it on my finger. I'll just get that off. This is the first nail. I'm going to go over again now just to get it a bit deeper. I'm just doing the exact same thing as we did the first time around, just putting this one down half and then using the brush of the light one to mix them together. I've chose 2 colours that are like relatively similar. Obviously, if you want it to be more of an obvious ombre, use colours that are not quite as similar. But I do find that obviously the closer the colours are in colour, like the easier it is to blend them together. So first of all, I'm just popping it next to that, getting off the excess off my brush, and then going over it. Just keep going a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and if you get a bit too much on your brush, just brush it off. Make sure you get all the dark colour off the light brush before you put it back in the bottle. That's the main thing. So there's our ombre. Really happy with how that's turned out. I just need to do the second coat on the other two nails, and then we can get on with the nail art on top. So I'm using my Evol foil gel to apply my foil first things first. And this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful like burnt orange sort of colour. I think I got this from Tia's Beauty, so you can use my discount code to get some money off this. But they do lots of different foils. I just think this is perfect for autumn. So I'm just going to cut some off, so I'm not using that massive amount of it to do a little bit with it. So I'm just going to cut this much off. Obviously I can't use it yet. I need to pop my, what's it called, on my foil gel. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not taking the tacky layer off my colours just because there's no need for this. I'm not doing like full coverage foil, so it doesn't matter if my tacky layer of my colour blends with the foil gel, because we want the patchy effect. It's not an issue. I need to move those gold scissors. I don't know why, but my phone camera absolutely hates the colour gold. It's very strange, but yeah, that's just the way it is. So I'm just popping a coat of the foil gel on all three nails, because I'm going to use it on all of them. And then once I've done that, I've got a nice even coat, and none of it's too thick or too thin. It's just evenly spread. I'm going to pop that into the lamp for a full cure. And then I can start with the patches of foil. So I've already showed you the plate I'm going to use. I just need to clean off my scraper because I just used it to get that polish off my gel colour brush. I don't want to get it all over the place. I'm just cleaning it off. This is the scraper I'm using. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just anything this sort of shape will work. So that's ready. I've got my stamper ready. This one is actually the one from Nail Decals by Design. That came in one of the, came in like a stamping set sort of thing. I don't think Nail Decals by Design are trading at the moment, but keep an eye on the website for when they are. I'm sure they'll come back. So let me just pop that last one into the lamp. There we go. Right, so we're just going to use this first of all, this foil, just to do really random patches. One of them, this one, I want a little bit more of the foil on, because the main focus of this nail is the foil, because it's literally just going to be that. That's what it's going to be. It's beautiful foil colour. And then the second one, I'm going to pop some foil on, but just a bit more sporadic and not as much. I'm not putting as much pressure on the nail when I press it down. I'm just going to lift it up really, really quickly, just to leave little tiny imprints on there so it looks a bit different. So that's that nail. Really small amount, because this is the one that we're going to put some, what's it called, on? Stamping. So I'm going to use this one now. I'm going to pop a top coat on top, just a no wipe top coat. Make sure it's nice and coated, because we don't want our chrome to stick to the whole nail. So I'm going to top coat and then I'm going to buff it. You can base coat and then buff it, or use a velvet top coat, but I do find velvet's quite porous, and sometimes chrome does tend to like just sort of seep into it sort of thing. Popping that one in, and then this one is also going to have foil on, so I'm just going to go ahead with the patches, putting a bit more pressure on this time because I want it to have a bit more on like the other one. And then once I'm happy, bit at the bottom, bit there, and a bit up there. And once I'm happy with these two, I'm just going to add a little bit of the gold chrome to them, just to match them up to the one that's going to have it on for the stamping. So I'm going to mix my gold chrome with some base coat. So I'm just going to get my palette, pop a dot of base coat on, don't need a lot, and then some chrome. I'm just going to get a cuticle pusher that I don't really use, and then pop the chrome onto the base coat. I've probably put a bit too much chrome on there. It's alright, just add more base coat if we need to, and then I'm just going to blend that together. I've got a fraction too much base coat, too much chrome in it, so I'm going to add a little bit more base coat, just a little bit. That'll do. Just like so. And then we're just going to quickly do these ones first, just because they're done. Other than that, let's add this chrome detail to finish them off. I'm just cleaning off my nail art brush, getting this back, and then all we're going to do is just to like sort of bring it into the other nail that's going to have the leaves on. I'm just going to do some random areas of gold, basically, just to tie it all in together so these don't look completely random next to that one with gold on. Obviously you'll get a much smoother surface to paint on if you popped a clear coat of gel over the foil. I'm just going with it because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered. Just being honest. Just like so. I'm going to leave it at that for that one. I'm going to do something similar on this one, but the other direction. I'm just going to go down here. And another one next to it, like the other nail. And then I'll do a small one over here. Like so. Just totally random. Like that, and then I'll pop that one into the lamp. The other one is now done, the one that I top coated. I'm just going to quickly pop it off this back in, and we're going to give it a buff. So I'm just going to go over the top of it and buff it. Don't want to buff it too much where you buff off your top coat and then you take off your foil, so just be careful with that. But we want to buff it enough where we're going to make the top layer rough, so our chrome doesn't stick to it. Just using the smoother side now to smooth it out a bit. So it will be buffed, so our next layer of top coat will stick, but it's not too rough where we're going to see loads of scratches everywhere, basically. So once I've done that, I'm going to pop it back on here. Just going to press that down like so. I'm going to dust off the excess dust, just with a duster brush. I'm going to wipe over it to make sure it's nice and clean, like that. And then that's what it looks like. It just looks matte at the moment. So we're going to be going in with our stamping polish now, which is this one from Moira. It is their foil stamping gel. They do two different ones. There's one gel and one normal one. If you are using the normal one and you're wondering why it's not working when you put it in the lamp, like that's why. It's because it's not that. And if you're wondering why this isn't working when you're not putting the lamp, it's obviously because it's the gel, if that makes sense. So just double check which one you've actually got and how you need to use it. So I've got the wrong stamping plate. I'm going to get my stamping plate, and then I need to decide. So I am going to use this image here just because it's really pretty. So I'm just going to wipe over that, make sure it's clean. And then I'm going to apply my... This is the good thing about this being a gel, is you can take as long as you need to apply it to your nail and stuff like that, because obviously it's gel, so it's not going to cure until it's gone in the lamp. So then I'm just going to use this to gently scrape it over the whole image. Make sure there's no excess on there. We don't need it really thick. And then I'm just going to roll my stamper over the top. Move it out of the way so you can actually see it. This is what it looks like. And you've got all the time in the world to sort out the image, because obviously it is a gel, so you're in no rush to actually stamp it on. I don't think this nail is going to be the same size as it, which is a bit annoying. I'm going to do it at an angle and try and sneakily get it to fit. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit more. And then try and get it to fit as best as possible. And then I will go in and place it down. There we go. This is what it looks like. You can just see the black. I'm going to pop that into the lamp for a full 60-second cure. In the meantime, we can top coat these two nails because these are done. Just making sure the foil's stuck down, there isn't any bits sticking up. There we go, pop that in the lamp. And hopefully by the time I've popped these in, that nail that I've just put in with the foil gel on will be ready. So I'm just going to open my, what's it called? My chrome again, because I always put the lid on because I'm really good at spilling stuff. It's a nightmare, it gets things everywhere. Put that in the lamp as well. So I've took that one out. I'm now just going to get, like I said, my chrome and pop a little bit in the lid. A little bit, that's not a little bit, but never mind. Pop a bit in the lid, and then I'm just going to get a brush to apply it. So I'm going to use this cheap makeup brush just because it's a fluffy one and it's new. Well, it's not new, I just never used it. So I'm just going to go into my chrome and I'm just going to lightly dust it over the whole nail. Like so. Make sure it's covered that whole image. And then I'm just going over it really gently with my fluffy brush and just dusting off any excess. And there's what we're left, that's what we're left with. Absolutely beautiful. So that's how it looks. It's just been dusted off. I'm just going to go over that with a bigger fluffy brush, just to make sure it's all gone. Then we can top coat. I'm just going to make sure that I've got enough top coat on my brush to do the whole nail without having to keep going in and out of my bottle, because if there is any bits of chrome on there, I don't want to keep putting it back in the top coat. So I'm going to do the whole nail with it, and then I'm going to wipe off my brush before I put it back in. This is what it looks like now it's top coated. So I've just popped that into the lamp, and then once that's done, I will show you what they all look like at the end. Look how beautiful this set turned out. I am so happy with them. You can really see, like, I'm trying to get the light in the right place. So you can really see when you turn them, that foil, it's just beautiful. I really love how these turned out actually. Let me know whether you like them or not. I hope you enjoyed this video regardless. Thank you so much for watching as always. And I'll be back really soon with another video. Bye!